His MVP. Golf swing, right field. Forget about it. Rangers strike first. Goes after the first one. Drills a high fly ball. Left center field. This game is tied. From Javier. Seager hits a high fly ball. Deep right field. A bomb into first. One swing. Drive. It's tied. Seager smashes the ball. Down line. Goodbye. Now Seager to right center field. Way back there. Shot again. Corey Seager does it again. It's Rangers win the World Series. The Willie Mays Most Valuable Player Trophy presented by Chevrolet. Is there any doubt? Corey Seager.
Hi, and welcome to another edition of Right on Rangers Live. Coming at you, bottom of the seventh inning, 2 out. Kyle Higashioka up to bat. The good guys, the Rangers, lead this one 5-3. Been a wild game. Rangers have scored 4 unanswered runs. They were up 1-0. Then it quickly escalated to 3-1 Brewers. Michael Helman plays hero once again. Hits a 2-run bomb to tie up the game at 3. You add RBI by Wyatt Langford and Kyle Higashioka, and you got 5-3 Rangers. Bottom of the seventh, you'd love to get a little bit of extra insurance here. You'd love to get a little extra insurance, but we'll bring you the play-by-play. We'll keep you updated. Higgy is going to draw a walk here. Bring you some color commentary as well. Definitely will take as many comments and questions as I can on the fly. If I miss something, full disclosure, it is a little more difficult during the game. We got our eyes on in a lot of different places, and we will be much better post-game, that is for sure. But look, drop and feel free to redrop any comments that I miss. We don't try to duck anything, but sometimes we do miss it, honestly. So post it again if I miss it the first time. Hey, Jamie, appreciate the good games, man. It has been a good game so far. You hope it can continue. Yes, pretty big news. The Astros lose. Astros drop one to the Blue Jays late as well. It was late. I think it was 9th inning. Astros were up 3-1 and totally cough up that lead. So big night for the Rangers to gain a game in the AL West race, which is suddenly becoming close. You've got Astros 3.5. Now, if you win tonight, you'd be down to 2.5 games. That is wild, a 2.5 game deficit in the division. Look, obviously, you'd love to see the Cardinals pull it off tonight as well. Just keep winning. We've said that so many times. You just got to keep winning at this point. You cannot worry about what other teams are doing. There's plenty of games left. The Rangers do control their own destiny. I really do believe that, especially coming up here with this series starting on Monday in 6 days in Houston. You control your own destiny. It is going to work out how it should if you take care of business and win games. It will. It absolutely will. We'll check out the scores. Definitely keep our eye on that on that Mariners Cardinals score. It is 3-2 right now in the bottom of the third. 3-2 right now, bottom third. Hey, Jamie, thanks again, man. You're awesome. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, we'll keep our eye on that Seattle score. 3-2 right now. I think Cardinals were up 2-0. Seattle has made it a 3-2 ball game, so they're finding their stride at the right time as well, unfortunately. Soldier, we said it. We've said it, I think, a couple of times. That Astros series could absolutely be for the division or for a playoff spot. You got to figure if the Rangers and if the Mariners keep winning, it might be possible the Mariners overtake the Astros in the AL West. They are obviously much closer than we are right now. Not much, but closer. I think that series absolutely could be a playoff spot on the line, which is fantastic. What a way to spice up the middle of the week, a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And yes, it does look like Adolis Garcia is going to be back for that series. That's huge. That's huge. Hey, appreciate the comment, man. Really appreciate the kind words. Yeah, look, I love making the content. I'm glad that you enjoy it as well. Look, you guys absolutely have taken the work that I put in and just amplified it to crazy levels. Big reason why we have had the growth that we've had. All you guys sharing the live, sharing the videos with other people, spreading the good word about Right on Rangers. So just know how much I appreciate y'all. And look, it's fun when you're winning. It's a lot more fun when you're winning ball games. I mean, look, some of the OGs, some of the longtime listeners, y'all know how it was last year. Last year was tough. I mean, we had our moments of hope in July and August, but by and large, the Rangers in September were fading fast. And look, we finished it out strong. We had a nice little spin on it for the 2025 season. Who to be looking forward to, what moves do the Rangers need to make. We made it a good show, but it is much more enjoyable to be talking about potential playoffs here. And the Rangers still have a ways to go, but I got to say, it is so much more enjoyable when you have a chance to go and do something in October. I know y'all can agree with me on that one. We keep rolling. Yeah, I don't think you can say enough about Michael Helman. I know a bunch of y'all have already talked about Helman. Tonight, he hits the game-tying 2-run bomb on a pitch that looked kind of outside. He pulls kind of a pitch on the outer half of the plate just over the wall in left field. Incredible. I mean, this guy is on an all-time heater right now. Hey, Big D, appreciate that heart, man. Thank you so much. Thanks for tuning in, as always, my guy. Yep, Astros definitely blew that game, Chris. It's going to get tight. Look, I definitely never imagined the Astros potentially fading out of the playoffs, and there is a lot of baseball left to be played, but Astros have not been playing well of late, and we covered that on the show, and I know coming from a Rangers fan, that probably just sounds like pure hate and trolling. It's not. We're just reading off the standings to you guys. Like, the Astros, over their last stretch of 10 games, have not been playing good baseball. So they've got to figure it out quick if they want to right this ship, with the Rangers hot on the trail, and same thing with the Mariners, who have, just kind of quietly won a few games in a row. At this point, though, Houston is, 3 wins, 7 losses in their last 10 games. 3-7 in their last 10. It's not ideal when you're trying to seal up a playoff race. We'll see what happens down the stretch. Little Rascals, man, they're coming through. The Frisco Express, I like that one too. Look, I said it to the Discord guys. I don't know if I'm 100% all in on Little Rascals. That's just me. I would have loved something a little bit more original, a little bit more punny, if you will. Baby Rangers, it's better to Baby Rangers. I like a little bit better than Little Rascals, honestly. I don't know. I don't know who ultimately decided Little Rascals. The name is not my most favorite. I like What the Helman better, Easton. Honestly, I like individual nicknames better. Frisco Express is a good one. I like it. Most of those guys, coming from AA, going through AAA. I know Mike Helman only went to AAA. We looked that up a little bit earlier in this one. I like Baby Rangers better than Rascals. I think RSN just arbitrarily decided it's Little Rascals. I don't know. It just doesn't hit for me. I'm sorry. If y'all like it, we agree to disagree. It just doesn't hit for me. I like Baby Rangers better. I really do. I could go with that. Round Rock Rangers is kind of fun too. There's just a lot that you could do. What the Helman is really fun. I like that. What the hell? What the Helman? I like it. It's fun, man. You just gotta have some originality with it. I don't know. I started streaming just a little while ago, Max, so you didn't miss too much. By the way, Maton, top of the 8th inning. We got 2 down. Sorry, we're flopping on the play-by-play and color commentary, but we're having fun right now. It's all good. Phil Maton facing Collins right now, who's 0 for 3. 2-2-2. Let's see what we got. Little ground ball. Maton's got it. He flips to first. Inning over. Rangers 3 outs away. Homer Helman. See, all these for me, I'm like, I'm enjoying better than Little Rascals. All these individual nicknames y'all are coming up with, like I said, RSN just kind of, Mayo is a great one, Glowboy. Mayo's a great one. Like, all these individual nicknames are so much more fun to me than Little Rascals. Like, on the broadcast, they were trying to name all the Little Rascals based on the movie. I'm like, no. Come up with original, just straight fire, creative nicknames for each guy. We don't need to call, Cody Freeman Spanky or whatever they were going on about the other night. I'm like, guys, no. Get original. You could have so much fun with some of these guys in the individual nicknames. Little Rascals is not goated. I'm sorry. Presto, Little Rascals is not goated. Little Rascals is overused. It's overused. You got to get something more original. Mayo Man is so much better than Little Rascals. I'm sorry. Look, I'm not going to be a big-time hater. I'm going to say my piece right now, and I'm going to try to let it go. I really am. But RSN arbitrarily deciding Little Rascals, I'm not a big fan. Texas Express McJ, I'll take it. I like all these better than Little Rascals. It's just me. If y'all love it, y'all do you. No hate, no disrespect, but it's just not original enough for me. That's all. We keep going. Can our vets start sharing their checks with these guys that are producing? Trent with the W comment, man. Can the vets who are making, 25 to 35 million a year potentially send a little bit to these guys who are coming fresh out of Round Rock, carrying the team on their back? My goodness. That's funny, man. That's good stuff. Really good stuff. Hey, by the way, where does Mayo Man even come from? Waffle Man, you've never heard of Helman's? You never heard of Helman's Mayo? Never? Never heard of Helman's Mayo before. Look, I'm not a big-time mayo guy. Put it on the sandwich every once in a while. Little mayo mustard combo, but look, Helman's Mayo. How do you not know Helman's Mayo? Mayo Man to me is like, that's legit right there. I'll take that nickname any day over Little Rascals. The Helman Show mainly, 100%. 100%. I'd like to think Helman is going to be an everyday player from here on out. I really don't see anything else happening. I think Helman is definitely an everyday guy. Josh Young up to bat right now. And it is a 1-2 count, by the way. He's fouling off a couple here. Josh 0 for 2 on the night. Look, he has come through with a couple of big knocks here and there over the last several days. You know what? I'll say the same thing about Josh Young as I said about Jonah Heim. Of course, with Jonah Heim, it's to a much stronger degree. But look, for all the struggles that Josh has had, again, lesser than Jonah's, bro, could we just get 6 weeks of incredible baseball from this man? Could we just get 6 weeks of outstanding baseball from Josh Young? And with Jonah, I said it last night, Jonah, if you can give us 6 solid weeks of baseball, all is forgiven. Forgiven for the 5 months of absolutely putrid play. Give me 6 good weeks of baseball right here. Come on, buddy. Josh is going to, by the way, strike out swinging here, high cheddar. So he is going to be 0 for 3 on the night. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Rangers trying to tack on maybe one more insurance run. Maybe one more. By the way, yeah, I watched the game on RSN, but I just have it on mute, man. I don't listen to Raymond or Backsick. Sometimes if it's kind of a chill night around the house, I'll have the audio on, but a lot of the times I'm getting ready for the show. I'm setting things up, and I've got the game on, and I'm just watching it play by play. Look, gone are the days in baseball where you could get some things done around the house every once in a while, in between pitches, in between at bats. They keep this game moving now. I mean, look, I'm for it. I'm here for it. But yeah, gone are the days where you could go get something real quick from the fridge, come back and not miss a pitch. Am I right? Like back in the day, you could get up off the couch, like in between pitches. You could go get something from the fridge, and the guy probably wouldn't have even started the warm-up yet. Now it's going, man. They keep this game at a very, very rapid pace. Sean Armstrong warming up. Yes, sir. David Murphy's tonight. Backstick, it feels like, has been gone for a while. I don't know. Maybe they're just giving him a little vacay. Look, I don't get it. I was kind of thinking it to myself. Why are you benching your starting lineup on RSN at one of the most pivotal points of the season? Like, I don't know. If you're going to get benched in the dog days of summer, not in September when the Rangers are making a playoff push. I'm sure it's just the way they have it worked out. But I was kind of thinking about that. Like, I don't know. I can only think about it from my perspective. Like, right now, this is crunch time for us here at Right on Rangers. This is when people want to watch, when the season's on the line. I don't know. How much does it cost to watch on RSN? Y'all could answer that better for me. Wasn't it like $120 at the beginning of the season for RSN? I just do MLB TV, so I don't do like individual Victory Plus RSN subscriptions. Look, I just do straight up MLB TV, but I live out in Vegas, grew up in Arlington, live out in Vegas, have so for the past 15 years, so I don't even worry about any of the local stations anymore. It's just pretty much all straight up MLB TV. 140 it was? Jeez. By the way, Cody Freeman up 2-1 count. Oof, that one did not look comfortable. Did not look comfortable. Cody Freeman, 2-2 count now at this point. Rangers down to the last strike of the 8th inning, and then they will head to the 9th, trying to close this one out. Win a series, head into tomorrow's matinee with Merrill Kelly on the bump, looking for a sweep. That is the plan. Eagle, yes. Slowly. I don't even want to say slowly. I would just say, step by step, day by day, brother. It is. And it's, like I said, a big thanks to you guys that the channel keeps growing. TikTok, we just went over 10,000 followers. I think we're over 10,100 now. YouTube, I think we're over 2,300. I think collectively across all socials, we're like maybe just north of 15,000 followers across everything. Hey, look, I started at 0, so I'm going to take the little wins, and I think some of those are big wins, and a big part of that is thanks to all the support you guys give the show. So again, my gratitude to you. Thank you so much. Yeah, Mason, I am with you. I really enjoy watching this man play. Look, if the Rangers win tonight, and I'm going to knock on wood, if the Rangers win tonight, they will move to 12-5 with Cody Freeman in the lineup. I believe it's 12-5 or 13-5 when Cody Freeman is in the lineup. It's a big stat, man. That is a big stat. They are 12 or 13-5 when Cody Freeman plays. That's crazy. I'll look it up right now just so we can all be on the same page, but the Rangers have to play this guy every day. Have to. I think Helman and Freeman need to play every day, man. Seriously. You have to. I don't even think you have to think about it at this point. Yeah, by the way, still 3-2. Seattle up 3-2 in the top of the 4th. It's just not complicated. You have got to play Helman and Freeman every single day, man. Stop thinking about it. Just pencil them in wherever needed. I like Cody Freeman hitting up high against lefties. Like that a lot. It does not matter, man. Just get those guys in the lineup. Period. All right, here we go. Cody Freeman, they are right now 11-5 when Cody Freeman starts. So if they win tonight, they would go to 12-5 in Cody Freeman games. Look, in games where he plays, they would move to 14-7. Games he starts, they would be 12-5 with a win tonight. Games he plays in, they would be 14-7 in Cody Freeman games where he just plays with a win tonight. Who's the best Rangers reliever? Right now, it's this guy, the guy who's on the mound. I don't think there's any question this guy is the best Rangers reliever right now, Sean Armstrong. I don't think there is anything that you can really debate otherwise. Chris Martin has not been available long enough, I think, for him to hold that title. Robert Garcia has been up and down. Sean Armstrong, I think, has been the most consistent reliever. And I don't think it's particularly close. I think for a while, Hobie Milner was in the discussion, but with Hobie slightly fading over the last 3 to 4 weeks, I think it is strictly Sean Armstrong as the most consistent reliever in the Rangers bullpen. By the way, 1-1 count right now. Brewers are going to send up 8, 9, and 1. So you'd love to get 8 and 9 out. So when you turn it over the top of the order, you have 2 outs. That would be strongly ideal. Mets have been struggling a little bit, Dan. We're going to preview that Mets series tomorrow. Probably won't get into it too much tonight, but we will preview the Mets series tomorrow. 1 down right now, y'all. By the way, 2 outs. 2 outs to a series win. Monasterio up to bat right now. Is Michael Helman the next Barry Bonds? Woo! Hey, look, does he have a 900 OPS yet? Is he at a 900 OPS yet at this point? He is doing just outstanding, man. He is at, looks like a, let's see, where is it? Come on, man. 960. A 960 OPS for Mike Helman, which by far is the highest on the team. Granted, Helman doesn't have qualifying ABs, but nevertheless. Yes, Bauer's pinch hitting at this point. Bauer's hitting 219 on the year, quickly 0-1. Michael Helman, 960 OPS. Whoo! Hello. And Bowers, unfortunately, is going to take Armstrong deep here. That one is crushed. Wow. Don't love to see that. Glad we have 1 out. That one was crushed. Yikes. Okay. Now it's a game. Y'all. Bowers pinch hit bomb. And the Brewers are in business. My goodness. Not what you wanted. Soldier, I knocked on wood so many times. I got a wooden shelf right behind me, bro. I knocked on wood so many times. It's not my fault. It is not my fault. I'll do it again right now, McJ. I don't know if y'all can hear this. I have been knocking on wood. There is a wood shelf right behind me. So don't blame me. It is not my fault. At all. Terang is up right now. Ball 1, and that is going to be a 1-1 count for Terang. It is getting interesting. A lot more interesting than what we wanted. The score is 5-4 Texas. Top of the 9th inning. Rangers have recorded 1 out. Brewers have 2 remaining. Terang up to bat right now. He is down to his 2nd strike. Bednar would have been nice at the deadline. Definitely would have. I will say this. When you head to October, you will have a lot more bullpen options to play with. I think Pat Corbin is probably going to be a bullpen guy if I had to guess. And he might be a guy you throw in some high leverage spots. Who knows? We keep on rolling. 1-2. Terang fouling off a couple. Soldier, I'm with you. Feels like a must-win ball game. G-Man, I'm sorry. I know I've got a pretty quick stream in terms of real-time results. I don't know why, but a bunch of people have told me I'm always a couple pitches ahead. We'll see what happens. Helman, come on, man. Where was Helman to rob that Bowers home run? Am I right, Antonio? Where was Helman at to rob that homer? Terang is going to sky one to left field opposite, and Wyatt is right there. Rangers down to their final out. Fans getting on their feet. You love to see it. I'm not going to be able to hold my breath, but you know what? I have knocked on wood just about as many times as I can. That's my superstitious contribution. Okay, here we go. 5-4 Rangers. Facing Churio here. Let's see what Armstrong can do. Strike 1. Man, they are aggressive tonight. They are aggressively coming after Armstrong here in the 9th inning. Churio 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. And he is going to wave through strike number 2. The Rangers are down to 1 strike remaining in this one. Chourio is going to take a timeout. Beautiful sweeper. That was a beautifully placed sweeper right there. I know a couple of y'all were talking about the sweeper pitch earlier. That was a pretty beautiful sweeper right there. Nothing you're going to do with that one. Tried to go to the fastball on the outer half, and it was nowhere close. And it is going to be ball 1, 1-2 now to Jackson Chourio. Come on, baby. Come on. Vortex Vibes, it's been a while, man. Or maybe you've just been quiet in the comments. Whew. And unfortunately, the Brew Crew are going to extend this game. Chourio serves one into left field, and the Rangers are now going to have some problems on the base paths. Chourio has got wheels, and you can imagine he's going to be down on second pretty quickly. Wow. This is going to get interesting fast, y'all. This is going to get interesting fast. Here's the pitch. Line drive. Helman is there. And the Rangers win. Hello, win column. Cue the I Like Texas music. The Rangers win the ball game 5-4. They take the series with one of the best teams in baseball, the Milwaukee Brewers. They go for the sweep tomorrow with Merrill Kelly on the bump. Comeback win on a night when Jack Leiter could not make it out of the 5th inning. I believe, and Antonio, I think you told me this, 0-8? Was it 0-8 when Leiter doesn't make it out of the 5th inning? I believe that was the stat. The Rangers had not won a single game when Jack Leiter does not make it out of the 5th inning. Had not won a single game. Tonight, they bucked that trend thanks to Michael Helman hitting a 2-run bomb to tie this game at 3. Wyatt Langford, Kyle Higashioka add some insurance on. And the Rangers look to Wednesday to the series sweep. Love to see it. What a special run the Texas Rangers are on right now. Special run. Frisco Express getting it done tonight. Sir, yes, sir. And don't you love having Merrill on the mound tomorrow? Love that. Merrill Kelly on the mound tomorrow, baby. Look, it doesn't mean everything, but you love having one of your 2 aces sitting there ready to win you another game and sweep this series. Huge. Absolutely huge. JR, you are so right. The bandwagon jumps back on. Because you know there's some Rangers fans that have been giving up. JR, I know you've seen them. I've seen them too. And look, I'm not big into roasting those types, but I will say I'd seen it plenty. People giving up on this team. I told y'all, I made a reel on it. I said, there is no reason you need to try and be right in August, whether or not this team is cooked or done. This team is now right there on the cusp of being in the playoffs if the season ended today. We'll see what happens with this Cardinals game. We are going to have our eyes locked on it. Cardinals and the Mariners playing right now. And it is 4-3 Mariners. The Cardinals tied it up. Mariners get one back. 4-3 in the bottom of the 4th. It is going to be an interesting rest of the evening. We'll see if St. Louis can do us a solid. Look, if not, you gained another game in the division. You're now only, I believe, 2.5 games behind the Astros. 2.5 games behind the Astros. With 3 games in Houston next week. It is going to be a fun next week of baseball. You really hope that the Rangers can just do a number this week heading into that series in Houston. You would love to create more and more cushion for yourself and just continue to widen that margin for error just a little bit more and more each day. Ed, what's good, man? Thanks for the comment. Ed says, thoughts on Jack Leiter? I got to say, Jack Leiter tonight did not have his best stuff. I knew that it was going to be an interesting evening when he was at 43 pitches after 2 innings, right? That's what Jack Leiter was at, 43 pitches after 2 innings. You kind of thought at that point, don't know if this is going to be Jack Leiter's night. And it didn't turn out to be. Jack really played with fire in that 5th inning. Look, 9 base runners. He gave up 7 hits tonight. It was kind of funny. And look, I'm not roasting this person, but of all the days, I made a Jack Leiter video about 3 weeks ago, and I was tough on Jack. I said, this guy is a number 2 overall draft pick. He has got to find consistency. And lo and behold, right after I make the video, it was a classic Right on Rangers special. Right after I dropped the vid, bro throws 3 brilliant starts in a row. Somebody hits me up this morning in the comments section of the Jack Leiter video I posted 3 weeks ago with one of those classic aged like milk, bro. Bro, aged like milk. And I'm like, no, don't comment that on the start day. Look, don't do it. And sure enough, I was thinking it when he commented it. I'm like, don't jinx this, man. Don't be that guy. Don't be the aged like milk guy on the morning of the start, please. And by the way, I really feel like that video, were we hard on Jack? Were we critical of Jack? Absolutely. Did he deserve it? Absolutely, he deserved it. Did he go on a heater after that? 3 straight starts of brilliance? Yes, he did. Did I say in the video that I thought he was cooked and was never going to be good? No. I actually said the opposite. I said he's got a ton of potential. Bro, let's put it together. I hope that this was just a bump in the road. Weird for Jack to have a start at home like this. Normally you see starts like this from him on the road. Weird that he has a start at home like this, but you know what? I love the Rangers picking him up. Rangers absolutely picked him up. Bullpen throws 4 1/3 of shutout baseball. 4 1/3 of shutout baseball, and you only allowed 4 base runners in the last 4 1/3 innings pitched. Loved it. This is what good teams do. The starting pitcher goes out in the 5th inning, doesn't even finish 5 innings, and the team around him picks him up. The offense picks him up. The pitching behind him, the bullpen guys pick him up. Beautiful. Michael Helman, proud owner of the Brewers. I love it. Trent, you're right on that. Peralta, definitely going to be a challenge tomorrow. I do like the pitching matchup, though, with us having Merrill Kelly going. We'll see how it goes. Brewers came alive a little bit offensively in this one, but you're still looking at only 4 runs scored in 2 games. It's not like the Brew Crew is tearing it up offensively right now. That's not what you're seeing. And so I do feel pretty solid about the Rangers, the momentum, the positive vibes they built up over the last few days here. You won the Houston series on Sunday. You win the first 2. You got a nice little 3-game streak going here. I like the momentum going into Wednesday's game. Love it. Tristan, 2.5 games back, I believe now, man. It was 3 games because the Astros had lost. I think we're 2.5 at this point. Toronto sweeping Houston would be huge. That would be absolutely huge. Really would be. 4 infield hits. I did notice that. A little bit unlucky from Jack, right? I mean, look, the Yelich ball that ultimately knocked him out of the game, that was scorched. They were lucky to get a glove on that one, but there were a couple of cheap inside, infield hits. It wasn't Jack's night. Antonio, look, I have had my moments of doubt. I'll say this. When the Rangers went down 3-1, I was not super confident. I was not super confident. I really thought this offense has not been killing it. Maybe it's not the night. Y'all talk me off the ledge. Sure enough, I got proven wrong. Let me keep going here. Have Helman and Freeman made the Rangers offseason a little easier to navigate? Oh, that's a good question. I really don't know if it's all been foretold yet with those guys. A part of me wants to say yes, but a part of me says it's got to play out more. I think Helman's got to give you a little bit more than what he's already given you. I know that might be hard for you to conceptualize. Like, what? Bro has been awesome. But I think the Rangers need a little bit more than a 2 or 3 week heater to make a decision about next year. I really do. I think they need a little bit more than 2 to 3 weeks of heat from Michael Helman to make that kind of decision. By the way, appreciate the follow. Thank you so much, guys. Rangers. Kid 05, appreciate the follow. We are cheering for the Cardinals, and Blue Jays are an alternate reality we live in. Man, the Cardinals, they are pesky, but the Mariners are finding a way. They're finding a way to keep getting it done. It looks like 4-3. I'm going to turn on this game, at least game day, and I'll let y'all know how it's going. Mariners are up 5-3 now, actually. Rose Arena looks like just hit a sacrifice fly, so it's 5-3 Mariners in the bottom of the 4th at this point. We'll keep you posted. Helman might be the 2025 Evan Carter. We keep going back and forth on that, don't we? Like, at first it was Cody Freeman is the 23 Evan Carter. Now it's Michael Helman is Evan Carter, 2023 version. Hey, whoever it is, thank you. Both those guys. The Rangers are 12-5. 12-5 when Cody Freeman plays. And I'll try and look up the Helman stat as well. Let me see if I can look up what the Rangers' record is when Michael Helman plays. Let's see what it is. Splits for 2025. Let's check it. Michael Helman, 0.7 WAR this season. Not bad. Not bad for how little he's played, seriously. All right, so the Rangers are 13-4 when Michael Helman starts. 13-4 when Michael Helman starts. They are 16-6 when Michael Helman plays in the game. 16-6 when he plays. Actually, my bad. No, 16-6 when he plays, and they are now 13-4 when he starts. Jake, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jake. Look, hey, I'll be willing to call a truce with you guys. Can we just get the Astros out of the playoffs? I'm fine with Mariners Astros in. Can we just get the Astros out of the playoffs? Seriously. Armstrong did try to blow it for a second, but you know what? He gets the job done. You had 2 runs to play with. Good stuff. Good stuff. We keep rolling. Helman is on fire. 7 RBI, 100%. Trent, appreciate all the comments. Jake, my guy. Look, I did say last night, and I want to stay true to it, out of all the American League teams, and this is respect to the Mariners probably are the team that I would be most worried about. I think Mariners-Rangers would be a great series, but they are probably the team I'm most worried about. I will say, though, my hatred of the Astros overpowers any fear I have of playing the Mariners. Mariners are just a good squad. Chris, I'm sorry. I can't do it, brother. And obviously, hate is a strong word, but it's a rivalry for a reason. I can't say I'm sitting there cheering the Astros on or wanting to see them do well. Chris, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I can't do it, brother. I can't. Now, a hatred, again, probably hyperbole for me. I know it's not for some of y'all. It's probably hyperbole for me to an extent. But nevertheless, we keep on rolling. I hope that the Astros continue what they're doing. Rangers keep on winning. It is a beautiful thing to see. Yeah, Jeremy, I'm with you. Astros don't strike a lot of fear in me. I'm much more worried about the Mariners. And when I say that, like I said last night, I can't say that I feel like it's an uneven matchup. The Mariners have just kind of had the Rangers number this year. Now, does that matter in October? Maybe. I think we can say maybe. I do know October is a completely different animal. And it just depends on the nature in which the Rangers make it to October, if they are so fortunate to do so. Like, are they able to line up DeGrom and Kelly and Malley 1, 2, 3? Or do they have to do, Tyler Malley, Jack Leiter game 1 because DeGrom and Kelly had to pitch game 161 and 162 to get us into the playoffs? It's going to depend on how the last games of the season transpire. Absolutely. We keep going. Is Malley back? Yes, I think, Jeremy, he is going to be back for the New York series. Apparently, he's going to be taking Jacob Latz's position in the rotation. So we'll see. But I think maybe Saturday, Sunday is when he's projected to start. If we could, that would be phenomenal. The Rangers would probably, in that case, have to overtake the Mariners and win the division to get home field. And as it stands right now, I don't really see a path for the Rangers to avoid the wild card round. At this point, you have got the last division spot up for grabs in the AL West. I don't think anybody from the AL West is catching the AL East or the AL Central division leaders. Tigers, Yankees. I don't think that the Rangers or the Mariners or the Astros is catching one of those two teams division-wise. So it's going to probably be Yankees and Tigers with the bye. And at that point, you have either the AL West division winner and the third wild card spot going to that wild card round. And in that case, it would probably be AL West versus AL West. It would be the AL West winner, either the Mariners, the Astros, or the Rangers, against probably one of the other AL West teams that is going to make it to the playoffs. Hey, Locke, good to see you, my guy. Thank you so much for showing up, man. No, I appreciate you. Appreciate the comment. Good night to show up. Real good night to show up. Dude, Jonathan, appreciate this. I actually just got this hat today off of New Era. If you go on New Era, download the app. They give you like $10 off. At least that's what it was for me. I went on New Era's website. I bought like 3 brand new hats. I bought a Cowboys hat, bought this hat. I bought another Rangers hat as well. You'll probably see me debut it at some point on the show. But, man, you guys know, hats, my weak spot. Hats are like my wife buying shoes, man. I mean, seriously. It's like, that's my thing. It's a guilty pleasure. I have probably triple digits in terms of hats, I would say, easily. But, yeah, I love this hat, man. Snapback. A-frame. I'm a big A-frame guy. For all of y'all that really get into hats like me, the A-frames just fit me better for whatever reason. So this is a snapback A-frame, and I love it. Am I a Stars fan? I did grow up cheering for the Stars, but full disclosure, living out in Vegas, I have definitely latched on to the Golden Knights, which I know is like taboo in DFW, but you know what? It's tough living out here, expansion team, and not cheering for them, especially with everything that happened in 2017 here in the city with that mass shooting that took place at Mandalay Bay. Really was a uniting thing for the city. I know if you don't live here, it's not going to hit quite as hard. But look, I do love the Stars. If the Stars are playing and the Knights are not, I'm cheering for the Stars. If the Stars are in the playoffs and the Knights are out, I'm cheering for the Stars. Basically, until they have to play each other, I'm cheering for both teams. Knights probably are going to be the first spot. I'm not going to lie to you guys. You guys know we don't pretend. I'm not going to skirt around it. If they play head-to-head, I'm going for the Knights. But any other matchup, I'm cheering for the Stars. 100%. Mark Stone is the enemy. That's so hilarious, man. Stoney, baby. Yeah, hockey is about to start up. NBA is going to start up. It's going to be a blast. Love the Mavericks. And look, I'm being genuine. It was a lot of fun following the Stars. Honestly, last year was great. I know that they didn't get the result that they would have liked, clearly. But it's been fun. The Stars and the Knights have both been really good over the last 4 or 5 years. It's been a back-and-forth battle. Genuinely, if the Knights are not playing or if the Knights are knocked out, the Stars have my full support, and I love following the team. Stars and Knights are honestly the only teams and rosters that I probably know in hockey. Like, I know the big name guys, obviously, but I think I've been real with you guys. I'm a much more casual hockey fan. X's and O's, the technical side of hockey, I'm not the guy. I will casually cheer on, and I enjoy watching hockey, but I do not sit and pretend to be a hockey savant by any means. By any means. Stars do have a really good goalie, man. They absolutely do. Otter, baby. He's really good. Really good. Knights, I feel like they have had some great goalies in the past. Fleury, obviously, was spectacular. And they've had a couple of other guys. You know, Aiden Hill was outstanding the year they won the year that they won the Stanley Cup in 23. But it's been a little up and down the past couple of years. No, Trent, 100%. Trent, you're right. And by the way, a couple of y'all have asked me, am I going to become an A's fan? No, it's different. Like, it's different. The A's are not an expansion team. I just can't get on board. I cannot get on board cheering for the A's. It will be Rangers 1,000,000%. We will not be covering the A's at all unless the Rangers are playing them. So I want to say that out loud and proud right now. Little different with the Knights. Expansion team in 2017. Like I said, a lot of tough stuff went on in the city the year that they came into the league. And it was just a bonding thing for the entire city. The Knights running all the way to the championship series in their very first year as a franchise. It was special. It's hard not to get on board. Enough hockey, though. Let's get back to baseball. They have started building the ballpark out there. They have broken ground on it. I'm looking forward to it. You know, it might actually get me down to the Strip a little bit more. We hardly ever go to the Strip, man. By the way, I mean, I don't know if you've heard that about other locals in Vegas, but we do not go down to the Strip unless there are people in town hanging out, or if there's like a show or a concert down there that we want to go see. Otherwise, we don't really get to the Strip too much. It is kind of a different world down there. Now, look, full disclosure, when I was a little bit younger, I was down there a little bit more frequently, and I'll go just about as far as that. But since then, since probably, mid to late 20s, it's not a place that I frequent too often. So it will be nice getting down there and going to baseball games 100%. But I'll say, you know, it's probably going to be a few years yet, if I had to guess, before it happens. We'll see what they work out. What's fun, though, is, and I think I dropped this news on the show the other night, the A's are going to be actually playing in Vegas next year. They have like 2 or 3 home series in Vegas at the Summerlin Ballpark, which is where the AAA Aviators play. Round Rock Express goes and plays there. So I am really hoping that the Rangers play one of those series out at the ballpark in Summerlin. Like, I will probably pay a pretty penny to get to those games. 100%. All right, we keep going. Hey, Freak Avalanche, my guy, thank you. Appreciate you hanging out. Appreciate the comment. Fun game to go to. Cade, they absolutely have a shot to take the division. Absolutely. Cardinals really do, Cole, need to do us a favor. Big time. Big time. You're going to a game in the final home series? That's awesome. What is that? Miami? Minnesota? Minnesota, isn't it Miami and then Minnie after that? That's what I thought. By the way, we didn't even talk about Michael Helman. Speaking of Minnesota, Helman obviously used to be with Minnesota in that organization. We didn't even talk about Helman robbing the home run. Like, dude was doing it all tonight. Robbed the homer, hit a homer. What can't this guy do? What can't this guy do? Hey, Texas Carnage. That's awesome. What game is that? Is that Miami? Or is that, it's either Miami or Minnesota, right? I think it's Miami. Good stuff, man. Twins. Okay, fun. That'll be a good one. Hopefully the Rangers can take care of business. Like, I was saying it last night on the show. So you've got a couple of very, on paper, fortunate series coming up at the end of the year, right? You've got Miami, you've got Minnesota. Cleveland is a pretty decent squad, but the Rangers did take care of Cleveland when they played them earlier on last month. That said, it always feels like a little bit of a trap sometimes when you play these teams that are out of it. They've got nothing to lose. They play spoiler at times. For me, I just think you got to be careful. Do not take those series for granted. Texas Carnage, you got to get to more games if you are going to games like this and willing the Rangers to a comeback. 2 days in a row, though, 2 days in a row having the roof open is kind of wild. You don't see that happen very much. These are the nights, though, these beautiful September nights in Arlington. I miss them. Really do miss them. I mean, it's definitely one of the better times of year to go to a game. And I can only obviously draw off my experience going to the old ballpark. But September evenings in Arlington, it's good stuff, man. Absolutely. Rangers don't play on the 22nd. Happy birthday in advance, Antonio. What are you doing for the birthday then, man? I love when I love when they play on the birthday and you can go to a game or just have it on in the background, man. I love that. You're going to have to do something fun. Got a Rangers tattoo yesterday, dude. Freak Avalanche. Next video I post, or shoot, go to my most recent video. Go to the Patrick Corbin video. You really need to comment a picture with that tattoo, man. I want to see this tattoo. Or you can DM it to me if you don't want to put it on blast for everybody to see. I got to see this tattoo, man. Either DM me or comment with a picture of it. I'd love to see it, bro. I think there might be a day where I get a tattoo. I know you guys know I got a few of them myself. I think there will be a day where I finally get that Rangers tattoo. My little boy and I, he's like 4 years old. I mean, mind you, we joke about it. He sees me and he sees his older brother. He has a couple of tattoos. I think you guys know I've got an older one. I've got a couple of younger ones. And we joke about getting a Rangers tattoo with my wife. It's a good time. Always riles her up a little bit. But seriously, I think I'm going to make it happen one day. Rangers tat, I think one day will definitely happen. Trent, I'm not sold. I'm not sold on liking the new ballpark better than the old one. I don't think that's ever going to happen. But the old ballpark just has so much sentiment for me. I just do not see it happening. 2023 World Series tat, yes, that would be incorporated. Like, I don't know, y'all. I don't think I'm just going to get, like, one of those little dinky, like, Texas T logos and call it a day. Like, if I'm getting a Rangers tat, I'm making it count. I'm just saying. So, yes, I think I'd incorporate the World Series 2023 a little bit. Maybe leave it so there's a little bit of room to add to it, if you know what I mean. Leave it open so, you know, if something else happens down the road, and don't know what I possibly could be talking about here, but if something else happens down the road, you'd love to have room to add, if you know what I mean. Old ballpark was 100% legendary. Texas Carnage, 100%. I mean, there's so many amazing memories that I have, both games on the field, but just hanging with good people, my best friends, my family. I shared a special memory with y'all last night when my dad would surprise me, take me out of school randomly, wouldn't even know it was coming, and we go to a day game, man. It was awesome. Like, those memories, the new ballpark's just never going to hit quite the same. That being said, Game 1 of the World Series was a really special memory that I got to be a part of. It definitely left a good impression, a good taste in my mouth leaving the ballpark that night. But, yeah, old ballpark, it just is not going to be beat. Teflon, what's good, man? Thanks for hanging out. I do like the Frisco Express better than Little Rascals. I like the individual nicknames better than Little Rascals. I don't want to get on the Little Rascals soapbox. I already did it, but it's not my most favorite nickname. If y'all want to keep it going, I totally understand. No disrespect, but it's just not hitting for me. Little Rascals ain't hitting for me. Add the high drive, it's tied. That's awesome. High drive, it's tied. I love that, man. Y'all get to hear that every time my show comes on. Every time. I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of that Corey Seager montage to open up the Right on Rangers lives. If you've never watched my countdown when I first start a live, it's worth it. Like, low-key, I get chills every time I start the show, and I watch all those home runs by Corey Seager en route to a World Series and a World Series MVP. Love it. That would be a lot of fun, Brian. You wonder, the comment, by the way, was they should have a couple of series in the old ballpark. Now, how hard is it? Because don't they have the UFL team playing there? Don't they have the football team playing there now? I wonder how hard it would be to convert it back. But you would kind of love for that to happen since it's actually still standing and they didn't like demo it or anything. That would be really kind of a cool idea. Brian, you ought to pitch that to Texas if they'll listen to you, man. Yeah, I did kind of think it's set up for football. It might be a hard conversion back, but wouldn't that be fun? Kind of an old school classic series back in the old ballpark. Maybe do it like in April or September, right? Don't do it in the dog days of summer. That's just stupid. Do it like in late September or in early April when it's bearable still. That would be awesome. I would love that. Renegades, look, I kind of enjoy watching the UFL. I can't say I follow it religiously. NFL, baseball, there's too much to keep up with. I can only take in so much sports, especially when I'm covering the games as well as watching them. But look, UFL football is fun. Seriously. They won it when it was the XFL. That's right. That's right. Matt, the series against Houston in the old ballpark, now we're cooking with gas. Y'all just tag team that into something really beautiful. Houston versus Texas in the old ballpark. Give me that series in late September, mid to late September. That's going to sell out. I guarantee that game, all games that get played at the old ballpark, if you do it in early April or mid to late September, I guarantee all those games sell out. You will have people coming out in droves to go back and watch a game at the old ballpark. You really will. You really will. Absolutely. Hey, good stuff. Y'all, tonight, I got to wrap up this game. By the way, 5-3, still bottom in the sixth, and then we're going to preview the game for tomorrow. Just so y'all know, full disclosure, we will not be live immediately after the game tomorrow. I know it might be hard to believe. We do have a day job, so it is not going to be a right after or an 8th or 9th inning. It's going to be more like a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours after the game is over. I might try and do a little bit of live tweeting during the game. So if you got X, if you've got Threads, if you've got Facebook, go and give me a follow, and I'll probably try and post a little bit here and there during the game. That should be good, but won't probably be live until maybe 6:30, 7 o'clock, something like that, Texas time, maybe a little bit sooner. We'll see what happens, but we'll not be able to do a show right after the game, unfortunately. So you'll have to come hang out. We will head into the off day, hopefully on a really high note, having won 4 games in a row. That's the plan. And then getting on a plane, a happy flight to New York City. And we are going to be hyping the DeGrom return. DeGrom returns, man. Queens to New York City. That is going to be special. I cannot wait for DeGrom Day back in New York City. You got to be kidding me how that all lined up. You wonder if the Rangers did that intentionally, lined up DeGrom starting in Queens on a Friday night. Love it. Absolutely love it. By the way, Green Arrow, didn't you say the Brewers were going to beat us too? I'm just saying, I don't know if we can take you seriously right now, buddy. I think you told us that we were going to lose to the Brewers too, and it didn't happen. I don't know, man. I would not be going to the betting window with Green Arrow's advice at this point. I wouldn't be doing it. Green Arrow said we were going to get beat by the Brewers. It didn't end up happening. SJC, you just got back from the game. That's awesome, man. Good stuff. What a game to go to Down 3-1, you're not feeling great. Helman hits the bomb. He robs a homer. You have Higgy and Langford adding on. What a great game. Thanks for hanging out post-game, too. Awesome. I love that. All right, today's game. Finish it up. We had a number of guys to highlight. Helman, obviously the big one. He was on base twice. The home run, the walk, 2 RBI, robbed a homer. Definitely player of the game for Texas. Wyatt Langford, Kyle Higashioka, back-to-back RBI was huge. Josh Smith, 1 for 4. He gets on base. Josh Smith hanging strong in that leadoff spot, man. I still can't say, regardless of the hit tonight, that I love Josh Smith in the leadoff spot. I guess we'll roll with it, but not my favorite. Jake Berger, 0 for 4 from the cleanup spot. Josh Young, 0 for 3 with the walk. Did strike out 3 times tonight. It was not Josh Young's best evening at the dish. Alejandro Osuna, 1 for 4. Cody Freeman, 1 for 4 with an RBI. Cody Freeman actually got the party started, gave the Rangers that 1-0 lead in the bottom of the second inning. Rangers are 12-5 when Cody Freeman plays, and they're even better when Mike Helman plays. By the way, you already know what the reel is going to be about for tomorrow. Mike Helman, and I'll throw in Cody Freeman for good measure. When Mike Helman and Cody Freeman play, this is a darn near unstoppable squad. Really is. And the numbers back it up. Duran, he came into the game, did not get an official plate appearance. Jonah Heim had like a nice athletic play, catching it over his shoulder on a foul ball, broken bat. Dude had a hit tonight. Like I said earlier, if we can just get 6 weeks of beautiful baseball from Jonah Heim, everything that has happened prior this season can be forgiven. Come on, Jonah. Give us 6 good weeks of baseball, my guy. 6. That's all you got to do. Jack Leiter, Rangers were 0-8 when Leiter did not make it out of the 5th inning. They bucked that trend. They win a game. They're now 1-8 when Jack does not make it past the 5th. He went 4 2/3 today, allowed 9 base runners, had 4 Ks, 3 earned runs. Look, the Rangers were not completely out of it when Jack Leiter walked away. Email, appreciate the roses, man. Thanks so much. They weren't out of it. And so I think there is an argument where you say Jack kept us in the ballgame, even though I think we all know it just was not his best outing. Hobie Milner coming out, throwing a scoreless inning, and he was getting squeezed a little bit. I know some of y'all saw that. He was getting squeezed a little bit. But Hobie Milner coming out and throwing a scoreless inning, that was beautiful. Email, appreciate all these roses, man. Thank you so much for the generosity. Means a lot. Curvello, a third of an inning, got his job done. Robert Garcia made an appearance. Robert Garcia, I think we need to read the stats out loud one more time. Over his last 7 games, Robert Garcia has a 0 ERA. A 0 ERA. Dude is quietly putting together a very nice stretch of ball games. Phil Maton, an inning pitched, 1 strikeout. He gets his 22nd hold of the season. And Sean Armstrong gets his 8th save. Does give up the home run to Bowers, the pinch hit home run. But you know what? Your job as a closer, win the game in the 9th inning. You give up a run. Yeah, not ideal. Doesn't look great for the stats. Armstrong, though, still sporting a 2.51 ERA. We'll cut him a little bit of slack. Sean Armstrong slams the door shut. Rangers win 5-4. All right. Email, yes, I am. Appreciate all the comments. Absolutely. Look, we keep rolling. First of all, let me say a special thank you to all the paid subscribers on TikTok, everybody that's given a gift on the show today. Just know there's tons of ways to support the channel. The Galaxy email. Dude, you're blowing me away. Thank you so much. Seriously, thank you. Lots of ways to support the show. If you're just here hanging out, I'm grateful for you. If you've commented, love it. You help keep the show fresh. If you've liked the live, we've got 13,000 likes on the live today. Incredible. If you haven't hit that like button yet on YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it. Helps get the show out to more people. If you're on TikTok, double tap that screen a few times. Get us a few more likes. Get us up on that leaderboard. And hopefully help spit us out to as many Rangers fans as we possibly can. But if you want to take your support to the next level, you love what we're doing here, you appreciate the vibes of the show, you want to support me and the content that I produce, I'd consider a monthly subscription. $2.99 a month gets you exclusive access to our Right on Rangers Discord. We've got about 35-ish, 35 to 40, I want to say, people in the Discord. Really outstanding group. Highly recommend it. I know I'm a little bit biased, but I think it's well worth the price of admission. Like I said, totally an optional thing, but if you want to subscribe to the show, monthly subscription, bottom left corner, hit that subscribe button. If you're on TikTok, it's right next to the chat. We'll get you into the Discord immediately after the show is over. And if you're on YouTube or if you're on X, I will drop the link into the chat for you guys. Appreciate you considering. If it's not for you, no hard feelings at all. But I thank you for giving it a thought. Means a lot. There it is. Copy and paste that into a browser of your choice. You'd be good to go. Hey, what's good, Mr. Brown? Appreciate you. We keep on going. Cards are terrible. Can't hold the lead. Yep. Email was going crazy, Skeebs. Crazy with that generosity. I love it. Email. You're awesome. Andrew, I wish the Cardinals could get it together as well. Right now, 5-3, top of the 7th, what I'm seeing. Let's see. They've got 9-1-2 coming up next. You would love to see them do something here. 5-3 Mariners in the top of the 7th inning. All right. We said we'd preview the game tomorrow. We're going to get it done. Let's check it out. Rangers throwing Merrill Kelly. Brewers throwing Freddie Peralta. What a great pitching matchup to end the series. Anybody going to the game tomorrow? Anybody going to the game tomorrow? Gee, that would be a great game to go to. I know it's right in the middle of a work day, but what a game that would be. You're going to watch two really, really good pitchers. Big Game James, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brother. I really am. Nothing but love, man. You know how much I appreciate you and the support you give the show. It's a lot of fun. I've actually made some really solid connections with fans from every team, honestly. But the Mariners fans, I got to say, it's a lot of fun having y'all around. A bunch of y'all really know the game well. You give us some good perspective. Big Game James, it was you that was telling me about Swaggerty, man. And I know he's been hurt, but that dude has been awesome. Hey, by the way, can we talk about Solano getting signed? Like, how many guys are we going to sign from Seattle this year? How many guys are we going to sign? Rowdy, Moore, Solano, Swaggerty, and the list goes on, man. It's like we are just picking up former Mariners left and right. Sean Armstrong was a Mariner at one point. I think we talked about, I don't know if we talked about that. Sean Armstrong pitched for the Mariners back in 2018, I want to say. We've got a bunch of former Mariners on the team now. Sean, I totally agree. Mariners fans, much more chill than the Stros fans. Not that y'all don't give us a hard time. We love the friendly trash talk here right on Rangers. I'm a big fan of it. Big fan of the friendly trash talk. It's when it starts getting that nasty personal, and it normally is the Stros fans doing it. Any of my Astros fans, by the way, that are hanging, that have been nothing but love and respect throughout the whole year, not talking to you. Definitely not talking to you. And by the way, we are fully well aware that there are some Rangers fans that are not legit. Totally get that. It's in every fan base. Every fan base has their people. But I agree with you, Sean. By and large, I can't think of a single Mariners fan that hangs out that's really unbearable. Cannot say the same about Astros fans. Skeebs, absolutely. It's normally after we lose. They never come around when we win. Like, you know, they were on that Saturday night game when they won 11-0. It was almost insufferable, man, on their part. And I just said it. I said it during the live on Saturday night. I'm like, we'll see if y'all come back on Sunday night after we beat y'all and win 2 out of 3. And you know what? I want to say 2 Astros fans came back, and I gave them plenty of flowers and respect for coming back, hanging out with us, even after a tough loss. Those are the real fans right there. You come back and you hang out with me after a tough L, that's when you know. Because you know I'm going to be here. Big Game James, all my Mariners fans that are hanging out watching right now, y'all know I'm going to be here after a loss. I'm not going to go live tonight. The only reason I don't go live is if I got something real important with the family, I'm traveling. That's about it. We don't skip lives because we lose. No fair weather fan here. Gary, 100%. Helman, baby. By the way, Cardinals go down in order, 1, 2, 3. Mariners taking this one to the bottom of the 7th inning. Mariners in the bullpen. Bizzardo, Spire. I don't know who they're going to bring in next. Maggie, appreciate the gift. Thank you so much for your support of the show. It means a ton. Good to see you. Hey, Thomas. Thanks for liking the live, man. Appreciate you. All right. I said we were going to preview this game like 5 minutes ago. You guys know how I roll. It's pretty easy to get sidetracked talking about just about anything. The game tomorrow's at 1:35. Merrill Kelly, Freddie Peralta. And here are the numbers that each guy has against each opposing lineup. So let's start with Texas versus Peralta. Jake Berger, 3 for 11 with a bomb. I like seeing that. Ezekiel Duran, 1 for 4. Jonah Heim, 2 for 4 in his career against Peralta. Wyatt Langford, 0 for 2. Jock Peterson, 2 for 10. Josh Smith, 0 for 2. Rowdy Tellez, 0 for 2. Freeman, Harris, Hellman, Higgy, Josh Young, Dylan Moore, Osuna. None of those guys have career ABs against Freddie Peralta. Now, if you're wondering how Peralta's been pitching of late, we'll let you know how he's done over his last 3 here in just a second. He has a 16-5 record with a 2.50 ERA on the year. He's coming off an outing where he went 5 strong against the Phillies. He actually has not given up an earned run in his last 3 outings. So this guy is pitching well right now. His last 16 innings pitched, he has not given up a run. And let's take it back a little bit. Now I'm curious. I'm going to the game log right now. He has not given up an earned run since August 5th. He has not given up an earned run since August 5th. He has pitched 28 straight innings without allowing an earned run. Going to be a tough one tomorrow. Now that I'm reading some of this out loud and saying it out loud, it's going to be a tough one tomorrow. Dude has not given up an earned run in 28 straight innings. It is going to be a duel tomorrow. Peralta is on fire. We'll see if he can get a stop. But look, that's why it was so huge that the Rangers win this game. You're going into a tough matchup with Peralta. Look, with the momentum, I still like the Rangers' chances tomorrow. I still like the chances. Look, I think you could think about it the other way. Bro is probably due to give up a run at some point. If 28 straight innings without a run, I think Bro is probably due. Leiter, by the way, Teflon, did not do great. He did not do great. Eric, appreciate you, man. Always good to see you. Eric, you've been a long-time follower of the show, man. And I really, really appreciate you, brother. Appreciate it. Let's go back to the game for tomorrow. Peralta, going to be a tough one to stop. But let's check out how Merrill Kelly has fared against the Brewers on the other side. Bowers, 0 for 2. Contreras, 1 for 5. Frelick, 1 for 1. Hoskins, 0 for 6. Jansen, 0 for 1. Ortiz, 1 for 2. Perkins, 0 for 2. Terang, 0 for 4. Vaughn, 0 for 3. Yelich, 2 for 20. So Merrill Kelly's got some pretty good numbers against the Brewers. It's a small sample size for some of these guys, but I think that this is going to be a pitcher's duel for sure. Hey, Fred, good to see you, man. You just went to the game. We got a bunch of people that went to the game tonight stopping by the show. I really appreciate you guys, man. It's always fun hearing from the people that just got to witness greatness. Michael Helman, baby. Taking over the game. Fun stuff. A lot of fun stuff tonight. Helman robs a homer, hits a homer. Wyatt Langford, Kyle Higashioka get going. Fun stuff, man. A lot of fun. All right. That's all we got. We are going to hope for a sweep tomorrow. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be that much more gratifying when the Rangers get the dub Tomorrow, day game, 1:35 start Texas time. It'll be 11:35 out here in Vegas. We'll have something to keep our eye on during the workday. Wednesday, hump day. Hopefully, the Rangers can help us get over it and into the weekend with a dub. They go into the off day on Thursday, heading to New York City, heading to Queens, Jacob deGrom's old stomping grounds. It is DeGrom Day Friday night in the Big Apple. That is must-see TV right there. Must-see TV. We are 2.5 games back of Houston. We are 1 game back currently of Seattle. It would go back to a game and a half if the Mariners can hang on. It is currently 5-3. Cal Raleigh on first base right now. 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. We'll see what happens, y'all. Hey, appreciate the compliment on the hat. I just got this hat literally today. I unboxed it, took it out. I'm like, I am wearing this thing for tonight's show. And it is quickly becoming a favorite. The old school tee, snapback. Love this hat so far. A-frame, by the way, new era. If you want a nice selection of Rangers hats, get off of Fanatics. Get you onto the New Era app. Check it out. The New Era has got a ton of good stuff that I don't see on Fanatics. I mean, Fanatics, look, I got plenty of gear from them, but if I'm buying a hat, I go New Era. New Era for the win. 100%. Hey, appreciate the gift, Daniel. Thank you so much. Rylan, what are the predictions of the AL West? I hope that it is Rangers. Obviously, I think it's going to be tough. I think it's going to be Mariners or Rangers winning the West. I do think Houston fades and the Rangers or Mariners overtake them for the AL West win. And then I think it's obviously either Rangers, Mariners getting that last spot. I think Astros may fade out of a playoff spot. I don't want to emphatically stamp it permanently, but it's trending that direction. Houston is not playing good baseball right now. Houston is not playing good baseball. Henry, nothing lucky about this win tonight. Nothing lucky about it. 2-run bomb to tie it. Robbed a homer. 2 straight back-to-back RBIs to go up 5-3. Nothing lucky about this win tonight. Tyler Mahle should be back this weekend, by the way. That'll be a lot of fun. All right, y'all. Leiter did not look great tonight, Teflon. He was very up and down. Look, at times he was filthy. I think in the second, it was in the 3rd inning, I think he struck out the side. So he had his moments of brilliance per usual, but just threw way too many dang pitches. Couldn't make it out of the 5th inning. Rangers usually, they had lost every single game where Jack had not made it out of the 5th inning until tonight. We'll see what happens. Chris, I know you're hanging on. I'm not feeling as good about the Astros as you are right now. Looks to be a lot of unrest in the clubhouse right now with the Fromber stuff. I follow several Astros reporters that have kind of expressed the same thing, a little uneasiness about where the team is at right now culture-wise. This is coming from Astros guys. I'm not trying to poke the bear or stoke the flames, but I'm a little uncertain where this Astros team is at. We'll see what happens. Rangers are not great on the road, but they actually did just have a really good road trip, Green Arrow. So I don't know if we can just blanket apply that to this upcoming roadie that they're about to go on. They had a pretty good road trip last time out. Can we get Cal? Sean, that would be phenomenal. That would be phenomenal. Honestly, if the Astros don't make it this year, I won't be mad. A lot of injuries. That's true. I think the Astros do have a little bit of an out. It has been an injury-riddled season. That being said, and Henry, I'm not saying this was you, but nobody was giving the Rangers any grace last year when they had a ton of injuries and missed the playoffs. A lot of people kicking the Rangers while they were down last year, despite having a ton of injuries. So I hear what you're saying, and I would actually tend to probably go with you. When a team has that many injuries like the Astros did, I think you do have a bit of an out. But at the same time, nobody was giving the Rangers a pass. Nobody was giving the Rangers a pass last year when they had a number of guys out. DeGrom was out. Evo missed a lot of the season. John Gray missed a lot of the season. Corey Seager missed chunks. There were so many guys last year that were injured for the Rangers. Nobody was giving us any credit or any slack for it. Seriously. Yeah, that is true. The Astros fans, a lot of them really did believe Correa was going to be a huge difference. Maybe he still will be, especially if they make it to October. You never know. We'll see what happens. Garrett says, just getting lucky with the young guys right now. I don't want to think it's luck, Garrett, but you know what? I do wonder how sustainable it is. We'll see how long they can carry it. Look, can they just carry it 5 or 6 more weeks? Because that might be enough. I think it would be, 6 or 7 more weeks technically? You don't have to do this for 3 months, man. You just got to do it for about a month and a half. Leonardo, absolutely, I think we can make it. Absolutely. Maggie, I'm with you. The young guys are hungry right now. Robert, that's what a lot of people are saying. Helman, 2025. Carter, I think you can also throw Cody Freeman in there. Cody Freeman and Michael Helman going to be the subject of the reel coming out tomorrow, by the way. Rangers are nearly unstoppable when those two guys play. Nearly unstoppable. Dallas Sports Central, what's good, man? What is good? Thanks for hanging out. Go Rangers, baby. Henry, I agree with you 100%. This is why I love baseball. You never know what's going to happen. Just when you think you've got the playoff picture figured out, somebody craps the bed or somebody gets really hot at the end of the year and takes over. Rangers did it in 23, right? That's why you love this game. Love, love, love this game. Should we use Carter as trade bait? I don't know if it's going to be a situation like that. I think there's still a lot of belief in Evan Carter in the organization, but it's nice to have other guys that can step up and play. I will say that. Absolutely. All right, y'all. Cowboys winning 34-10 on Sunday. I don't know. I think the Cowboys, just kind of the way that they are playing right now, and the way and style in which I think they will play, I don't know. I think they can have that high power octane offense that can put up 34, 35 points, but you wonder, they like to run the ball. They tried to run the ball a lot last Thursday night. You wonder if they are going to do a little more clock control in a game like this with a division rival. We'll see. I like the prediction. Don't get me wrong. I'll definitely have a Cowboys preview video coming out probably on Friday or Saturday to start out the weekend. A lot of content coming your guys' way. Longhorns, Cowboys, Rangers. It's a great time. Great time to be a sports fan. All right, y'all. Love you. Thank you for the support. Hope you guys have a great night. Not going to be live right after the game tomorrow, but we will be live tomorrow night. Maybe between 6 and 8 Texas time. I know it's a big window. I'll try and schedule the live in advance so you can see when I'm going live. It'll probably be in that 6 to 8 p.m. window. If you got time to come by and stop by, definitely would love to see you. But otherwise, we will be back after Wednesday night's live. We'll be back on Friday for the DeGrom game in the Big Apple, baby. Cannot wait. Rangers going on the road for a 3-game series with the Mets. Should be good stuff. Going to cap off this interleague play week that the Rangers are in the midst of right now. Rangers win the series tonight against the Brewers. They're going for the sweep tomorrow. Pitchers duel potentially on the horizon. Peralta versus Kelly. Should be absolute theater. Appreciate you guys. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night. And as I always say to end every show, God bless and go Rangers.